I hope the morning's been excellent for you. Our job now is to keep you engaged and energized through the lunch period. So I've got two functions today. First, I'm going to introduce a special guest. But before I do that, one recommendation. Well, first of all, who am I? I'm Caleb Miles. You always got to remember that introduction. I'm an EDP-NC board member. And up till about a month and a half ago, I served as the CEO of the Convention and Visitors Bureau here in Moore County. Since then, no, I'm not unemployed. I'm retired. The best job you can have, and I can tell you, a month and a half in, it's been fantastic. But it's a real pleasure to continue to be engaged with EDP-NC and to be here at this meeting, and of course to have it here in Moore County. So I would like to put out one opportunity for you. If you have the opportunity on the way out of town, especially if you're headed east, travel down Midland Road, and about 4 miles from here is the beautiful town of Southern Pines. And if you want to see a community that has gone through a real renaissance and is thriving, that's the town of Southern Pines. So why do I mention that? Well, it's germane to my introduction, so let me get into my introduction. Michael Mayer is the president and CEO of First Bank, which is headquartered just a few miles from here in the town of Southern Pines. Mike is a former chair of the Charlotte Regional Economic Development Partnership and has 26-year career with Bank of America before becoming president of several community banks in the state. In 2014, he joined First Bank as president. First Bank is the largest community bank headquartered in North Carolina with 102 branches and over $5 billion in total assets and has a long North Carolina history. Obviously, First Bank is very important to Moore County and Southern Pines, but it's very important to us for this conference because they are one of our key sponsors. So with that, I'd like to, if you could, please welcome Mike Mayer.
Thank you for the introduction, Caleb, and thank you to the EDP-NC for allowing us the opportunity to be a sponsor for this event. I intend to be very brief. You can hold your applause. But I do want to use this opportunity to say a little bit about First Bank. I've seen some familiar faces in the crowd. I first met many of you about 15 years ago when I had the opportunity to chair the Charlotte Regional Partnership. It was during those years that I began to consider economic development from a banking perspective, and during that time and the years that followed, I've continued to refine the perspective that economic development is all about people. We can talk about job growth and development, but why is that important? It's important because jobs and development are really about advancing the lives of people. It's about providing opportunities for people, our fellow citizens, to grow and enrich their lives. Because when you do that, then the community grows and prospers. First Bank's history is all about growing our communities. We were organized in 1935 in Troy, North Carolina. Does anyone remember what was going on in 1935? That's right, we were in the middle of the Great Depression. I get the chance to share our history twice every month when I meet with First Bank associates on their day one orientation at our company. And I always ask the group, why would anyone start a bank in the middle of the Great Depression? Good question, right? During a recent meeting, one of our younger associates looked at me and said, because the community needed one. And that's precisely the answer. First Bank was originally organized by farmers that had lost access to capital during the Great Depression, and they needed a hometown bank to serve their financial needs. So we began almost 85 years ago focusing on the people that made up our community. During the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we began a steady expansion plan, which was mostly in the rural areas of our state. Towns like Biscoe, Harmony, Rockingham, Belhaven, communities that helped build this great state. We currently have right at 97 branches. I know Caleb said 102. We have 5 in South Carolina. And we are now North Carolina's largest independent community bank. We welcome the sunrise every day in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, and we watch the sunset every day in Mars Hill, North Carolina. And while most of our recent growth has been in the larger cities, we have resisted industry trends and continue to support all our community with full-service branches staffed with experienced personnel who typically grew up in that same community. So we remain heavily invested in the rural counties in our state. 59 of our 97 branches are in rural counties. These offices employ 559 of our associates and an annual payroll of $40 million. Our associates actively support their communities not only by providing loans, deposits, and services, but by giving of their time and their talent and their treasury to support the people that live in their communities. And our company supports our associates' efforts, donating over $1 million annually to support organizations, charities, civic groups, chambers, and yes, economic development throughout the communities we serve. So at First Bank, we celebrate the dreams and aspirations of all the people we serve and all the communities where we serve them. You see, dreams are a really big deal to us. Our internal rallying cry is we help our customers realize their dreams. And in support of that, we began a campaign over a year ago that we call Dream It, Do It. We asked North Carolinians from all over the state to share with us their dreams, and boy, did they share. Via our webpage and our branches and through every channel we offer, we received over 3,000 nominations. Via Dream It, Do It, we donated $40,000 to 4 charities in North Carolina and $100,000 to citizens across our franchise to help them realize their dreams. You see, we truly believe that a rising tide floats all boats, and so for almost 85 years, we've listened to North Carolina's dreams, and we've responded. That is why we support initiatives like the EDP-NC, because when we support you, we are supporting people, citizens, communities, and we expect to continue our support for another 85 years. In conclusion, I want to share a brief video with you. It shows our last Dream It, Do It celebration. It gives you an idea of the people in our communities and how we are all committing to bettering each other's lives and bettering this great state we all call home. Thank you for your time, and thank you for including First Bank. We began a journey 4 years ago, what we call our Promise of Service Excellence. The theme of that was we wanted to help our customers originally realize their dreams, and that has morphed into helping not only our customers but our communities. And this was sort of the culmination of helping people realize their dreams. Thank you.
We started Spread Love for Miles in 2014. We help exceptionally abled children in the Sandhills and beyond and their families in crisis situations.
We put together these packages for exceptional needs families for extended stays in the hospital.
The $5,000 really is a really good baseline for us to be able to start getting that name out there that, hey, we're here for you for help if you need help after this hospital stay, and be where they need to be, which is with their children.
Housing was desperately needed in Moore County. We have a group home for 6 individuals located in Aberdeen. Everybody that we serve are really the more difficult cases with schizoaffective and usually on Medicaid because they're below poverty. We are really about helping those in need and try to give them the life that we all deserve.
The Blue Blazers, what it does is we go throughout our school and we work with 8th grade students. So what we try to do is teach them responsibility, respect, those soft skills, being on time, a firm handshake, looking people in the eye. I'm here today because you guys have made our year basically. We were one of the Dream It, Do It winners for First Bank, so we came by to pick up a $10,000 prize. So very excited about that.
It's helped us begin to really realize who we are. This is for all of them, and they built all this, and I couldn't be more proud of my teammates.